Boom, we're live. Just a little bit of a chill stream today. I'll probably only be live for about an hour or so, but I wanted to pop in here and shoot the shit with you guys. So when you arrive in the chat, go ahead and let me know you're here. Don't know what's going on. Is this fucking private or something? All right, it's just taking a little bit for YouTube's algorithm to show that you guys are here. I see some people are starting to show up. When you get here, write something in the chat, man. Let me know you're here. Let me know who is watching. All right. Sometimes YouTube is on some funny shit. Super Game in the house. Jonathan Orlena in the house. Hey, LFA coming from Cozumel. Cool, cool, cool. Good to have you here, sir. Man, I don't know what's going on with this fucking algorithm. Like 2 years ago, if I were to go live and I had less than like 2,000 viewers, I would just quit the stream immediately. Nowadays, I'll go live and I'll see like fucking 7 viewers, 7. What's up, LFA? I don't know what is going on with this stuff. Daniel Shubanoff, glass of wine. Michael Murray, what's up, brother? Boom, boom, boom. 8 viewers. All right. And I'm fucking... Nah, my other channel. My main channel. No, I don't think I'm shadow banned because on my main channel, my regular videos still get like 50,000 plus views. But my live streams get like 1,000 views. I don't know why. Sterling Archer, LFA, the drama is getting intense with John Anthony's marriage certificate being revealed. Now he's threatening lawsuits against Playing with Fire and another YouTuber. Yeah, he's had a, I don't know how legitimate the lawsuit is, but he's had something going on with Modern Life Dating for quite some time. He had to deal with Modern Life Dating. Like that was like his first diss video that he ever made. And it had something to do with, I don't know. Like Modern Life Dating stealing his content or something. I don't know if it was true or not. I know that's what the video was about. And MLD came back with like a whole bunch of videos. And I know there was supposedly a lawsuit going on with that, but I don't know how much truth there was to it. I don't give a shit who's dating who. Like I don't know any of these guys personally. I mean, I've spoke with all of them. to some degree, but I don't really know them in my personal life. It's not like it's fucking Saturday. I'm going to go out tonight. I'm not going to be thinking about any of them. So I don't really care. I stay out of that drama. Bunch of girly drama. JL needs to climb it. You know, it is silly, but that's how YouTube is. Girly, yes. Well, the only thing is, you know, about John Anthony is he's basically like burning every bridge. At some point, you have to have like some sort of connections to have credibility. Like his problem is now, I think there's one person on the whole entire internet that actually like co-signs him and respects him, and that's Bulldog Mindset. But how long is that going to last? Because he pretty much like he burns every single bridge that he fucking crosses. Q, no question. Forgot to say yesterday, but congrats on showing up on multiple podcasts this week, including JLP. Yeah, I was also one that you guys probably don't know about. There's a smaller channel that I was on. It's called The Vital Message. Pretty cool guy that runs the channel. Him and QB Willie B were on there. That one was pretty cool. It's a smaller channel. But yeah, the Jesse Lee Peterson thing, and sorry guys if my connection is fading out. I don't know what to do about it. It's just where I live, man. I've got the best internet you can possibly buy, but the connection sucks here, so it doesn't really make a difference. Anyways, yeah, Jesse Lee Peterson was an interesting one. I had been up all night. I had a bunch of stuff to do, and then I was also like, I don't know, kind of excited to go on there. So I didn't really sleep. I slept like 1 hour maybe. But as soon as I go on there, he starts asking me like a bunch of like super racially charged questions. That's like, he's black, so he can say things as like a black conservative. He can say things that I can't say, or I'll just be fucking canceled. So, you know, he was kind of pushing it. So I couldn't really give direct answers, but it was still a fun time. John H., what's up? What is good, dude? I don't have an agenda for this podcast or this fucking live stream. I just came on for a second, had nothing better to do. Anyways, I'll just read your fucking comments. Sterling Archer. John said he now has 5 lawsuits active. MLD, Alex, Coach Ryan, Kevin Ray Wilder, and not your everyday Ashley. Yeah, I had made a video because when John Anthony made a video about me, I made like a response video. And in the video, I had mentioned his charge, which was dropped, but it had to do with him being in the back seat of a car with a girl or whatever, and she got the law involved. The charge was dropped, so you know, whatever. If legally, if they said he didn't do anything wrong, then I'm just going to go with the fact that he didn't do anything wrong. But because I mentioned that, and I also mentioned that people had said that his girlfriend was an escort. I never said directly that she was, but it's a rumor that's went on out there. So, you know, I've mentioned it myself that it was a rumor basically. And, you know, whatever. But he had sent me a cease and desist email, which apparently wasn't official because I ran it by my lawyer. I have to pay $750 just to meet with my lawyer one time, but I keep him around just in case I need him. Occasionally I do. So, According to my lawyer, I did absolutely nothing wrong and I didn't have to worry about taking it down, but I still privated the video. It still can't be seen by anybody, just because I don't really like want to continue the beef. Like if he makes another video about me, I will strategically make a response to it that is 100% legal and I'll run it by my lawyer before I put it out. But at this point, I just don't really care. Don't really care. He's going to have problems with people because from what I see from him, just like his presence on YouTube is that he provides nothing. Like, and it's kind of like a narcissist. And I think he may be a narcissist. Like his behaviors resemble one from what I see on the internet. But what a narcissist does is they suck energy and attention from you, right? Whatever it is they want from you, they pull that from you. And the only thing they give you back in return is just misery and insults and, belittling you. And that's kind of what he provides to YouTube, right? He doesn't really have any legitimate, like anything to offer anybody. He's not entertaining. He's not, he's not clever. He might be intelligent, but he just doesn't seem like a clever, like quick-witted guy that you would want to watch regularly. His content isn't that good. He obviously has a decent editor now, so the content looks like it's edited properly, but at the same time, it's like, what does he have to offer? Not much, but he attacks everybody else. So when you attack a content creator, we don't really care. Like, especially John Anthony Lifestyle, his videos get 2,000 views each. It's not like it's that big of a deal. If he rips you and disses you, nobody watches it. But the few people that do watch it are usually the fans of the content creator. You know what I'm saying? So like if he disses Steph is Cold viewers are going to go over and watch it. And all that does is pisses off the audience. It does absolutely nothing for him. And I guarantee you the people that he's dissing, the viewers of those people aren't going to buy his program. Like my viewers are not going to pay for dating advice from John Anthony Lifestyle. They're not that stupid. Yeah, it was interesting to say the least with JLP. Honestly, didn't expect him to ask those questions. Well, he always does, man. That's always what he does. I think I gave okay responses because I was honest, but in order to be edgy, you need to be honest and also brutal. But because of the nature of the questions that he was asking, if I give brutal responses, I would probably get canceled. But, whatever. I'm glad I got to talk to him. LFA, Ted Withaka, good to have you here, sir. Sterling Archer, love your response. Yeah. I took it down, though. What are some examples of walls that high-value women have that need to be broken down for her to give herself up to a man? I'm not sure why you put high-value woman there. Different women have different walls or different filters in place, okay? So some women are greedy, blood-sucking leeches that just want your money. Some women are more clingy, like they want attention, they want affection, like they want a very close, loving relationship. Some women are very like materialistic to a point where, not just materialistic, but like superficial to a point where they want to be with a guy that is, has the looks, the money, and the status, right? So he's good looking, he has money, he has high status, and she wants to basically be his arm candy because that's what kind of validation she wants, but different women are going to have different walls, different filters. So what you need to do is figure out what type of woman you want and, just make sure that you're compatible. Like if you want a total gold digger, which most guys are stupid and that's what they want. They just don't understand the difference. So they use money and status to get women. Sure, you'll get past her hypergamous filter because you have money and status, but she's not attracted to the man. She's attracted to what the man has. So it's not who are you, it's what do you have. It's not internal, it's external. LFA, today I went bowling and this girl who I bowl with said, I know you like me, but I didn't give her an answer. Did I do the right thing? And should I have kept her guessing? I mean, you should have furthered the conversation. If she said, I know you like me, you should ask questions like, how do you know that? Further the conversation and get more out of her, find out where she's coming from. A big part of flirting with women is getting them to flirt with you. Like that's the biggest part, right? So she's like semi-flirting by saying that. Like if I told a girl, I know you like me, I would probably be flirting when I said it. So she might've been flirting. So what you're supposed to do is keep her going, continue that, further that conversation. If you were just quiet about it and you like stop the conversation midway through, you just screwed it up because you had a chance to build up some anticipation and get her really excited. Q, would LFA go out with a pregnant woman? Only if it's my baby. John Anthony lost friendship recently with Anthony Johnson, 21 Studios too. John really can't keep friendships. Yeah, that's why I say, and I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose somebody with narcissism. But there's a lot of behaviors that I see that resemble that. Typically a narcissist will jump from friend to friend to friend, using them for what they can get from them, never giving them anything back, and moving on to a new supply directly after that. And that's kind of like what it looks like, man. That's what it looks like. It's not a good look. I hope he can get help because it's like, from what I've seen, he's not doing too good. You have no idea how much your semen retention videos have helped me out in a dark time in my life. Glad to hear that, sir. Not even aware of what's going on, LFA. Neither am I. LFA, I told her, I think I like you, or I like you. I don't know. That's not what I would have said. There's definitely better things that you could have said, but it depends. It's not necessarily a fail for you. I won't grade you at an A. I'll grade you at like a C. Only thing I'll say about John Anthony is I took his course and I did find a big increase in lay count. I averaged 25 to 50 a year, depending on how much I could be bothered to approach. This year is 200. The reason why I don't believe that and nobody else in the chat believes that is because nobody has time for that shit. Like, I would say you would have to be very, very bad in bed to have that high of a lay count. Because typically, like, if you're good and, like, I would say semi-good, you don't even have to be that good in bed. You just have to be satisfactory and be a man that women actually want to be with. And when you have sex with a woman once, she's going to want you to keep having sex with her. So, sure, you can pump and dump 200 women And that's very high. That's like, what is that, like probably 5 women a week? So 5 women a week. I would have to like either make less money, make less gains at the gym, get significantly less sleep at night. You know, I would have to sacrifice so much productivity if I wanted to have sex with 5 different girls a week. That would be terrible. Like, dude, you're going down. If this is true, if you're having sex with 200 women per year, you need to change this up, man. You need some discipline. Like, trust me, it's difficult to not have sex with 200 women. It's difficult to do that because you can have women Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday that want to have sex. But you have to cut into productivity if you want to do that. So you have to have the discipline. Like, you know, it does suck on a fucking Tuesday evening when a girl calls me and wants to have sex. And I got to be like, nah, got to get up at 5 a.m. You know, it's already like 9:30 p.m. I got to get to bed. But you got to have the discipline to do that. LFA, have you heard of Revelino on Twitter? No, I have not. Sock puppeting. I was thinking the same thing, but you know, whatever. I'm not gonna accuse that. Well, it's easy for me to meet girls every weekend as I work in a bar, trade, and events, promotional events in London. Cute. Have you seen cases where people give a hard effort to level up in skills, socialization, mindset, etc., and get nowhere? Would like to hear about it and not repeat those mistakes. Hang on. That was kind of a loaded question. So you try to level up, but you get nowhere. I I don't know. I would need to know like exactly what your behaviors are. Because if it's skill, like a skill would be like welding is a skill, playing basketball is a skill. You know, there's a lot of different skills you could have. And if you're failing at all of every skill and socialization, which is just hanging out with other people and fitting in and shit, mindset, which is your own mind. So like when you're sitting at home thinking of what you should do with your day or how you feel about yourself, you're failing there too, etc. I'm not sure what etc. means, and getting nowhere. Man, if you're failing on every level, I would say I think you should link up with some people from the Discord. You know, how many people in there? Like CSS Element has met up with OP, Davy Jones. You know, people have networked together. They're meeting people. You need to be around people that are leveling up, right? And figure out what it is they're doing that you're not, because I have no idea what it is you're doing or what you're not doing. I can't answer that. Like, if you were to give me like a specific thing, like if you were to say, I'm trying to level up my physique, right? I'm trying to get in better shape. Then I could say, well, what are you eating? How often are you training? And then it can be like, okay, I see why you're not leveling up your physique. Here's the changes you need to make. But I need more details. Talk about semen retention. You guys always want to do that, but what am I going to say about it that I haven't already said? Okay, I'll tell you everything there is to know about semen retention. When you're constantly spilling your seed, you are a depleted coomer. When you allow yourself to retain for several weeks at a time, you reset your dopamine receptors. So you feel happy and almost high half of the time. Your skin starts to glow. Your serotonin levels go up. Subsequently, your testosterone levels go up and your confidence goes up. The way people perceive you goes up. Your voice gets deeper. You get a little bit stronger in the gym. You become more attractive in the eyes of women. We don't need to go on too much on that one. What kind of personality disorder leads to running through 200 different women in a year? Is a high not wait, hold on. Sleeping with a lot of people personality disorder. Oh, sleep disturbances. Never mind. Wait. Sex with a lot of people. Sexual behavior and borderline personality disorder. So let's go ahead and share this screen. Good question, by the way, CSS element. All right. Can you guys see that? Is that pretty good? All right. Innovations in clinical neuroscience, sexual behavior and personal and borderline personality. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, various forms of impulsivity are associated with borderline personality disorder, including sexual impulsivity. The existing empirical literature indicates that patients with borderline personality disorder appear to differ from patients without this personality disorder in a number of relevant ways. Specifically, those with borderline personality disorder are more likely to exhibit greater sexual preoccupation, have earlier sexual exposure, engage in casual sexual relationships, report a greater number of different sexual partners. Wait, did I skip over a line? A greater number of different sexual partners, as well as promiscuity, and engage in homosexual experiences. In addition, patients with borderline personality disorder appear to be characterized by a greater number of high-risk sexual behaviors, a higher likelihood of having been coerced to have sex, experiencing late date bleep, or being bleeped by a stranger, and the contradiction of more sexually transmitted diseases. Overall, the psychological themes relating to sexual behavior and borderline personality disorder appear to be characterized by impulsivity and victimization. We discussed the potential implications of these findings for clinicians in mental health and primary care settings. All right. Case report, we'll skip over some of it. In addition to authoritative clinical impressions, there are several case reports in the literature on the sexual behavior of patients with BPD. For example, Pelser described a female BPD patient in her 20s who suffered from promiscuity. Likely, O'Boyle described the collective sexual experience of 4 patients with BPD and portrayed their self-reported promiscuity as a means of coping. Okay, I'm not going to go too far into that. But yeah, it's not a good idea, man. It's not a good coping mechanism. And I can say 100%, and I've said this in the past, when social media first took off and hookup culture changed forever because it became so easy to access other people. Back in like 2015, when Plenty of Fish was still popping, Tinder was brand new. Uh, the dating apps were really popping back then. There weren't a whole lot of bots. It was almost all women in your neighborhood that were on the app. It just got so fucking easy. And at that time period, I was, newly single for the first time in my life. And I was like, roughly close to 28, 29, 30 years old. And, imagine for the first time being single as an adult, live by yourself, have means of transportation, all that stuff, everything that you need to get laid. And you have it all. And now you have access to all these women. It was very addicting. Like, it was difficult for me to not, like, every Friday, every Saturday night, not get on the dating apps and invite a new girl over to my place. And it was distracting. It provided absolutely nothing to my life. I would spend money, even if it was like on a case of beer, because I like to party. Like, if I invite a chick over to my house to have sex, especially when I was 29 years old, 100%, I wanted to get fucking shit-faced drunk, maybe smoke some weed, and, nail this hot chick. Like, that's what I wanted to do. But it took me a while to get out of that. And to be honest, I think, I consider that to be a problem. Like, I would say I had a problem. And my problem was I couldn't stop having sex with girls. And I think people need to work on that rather than learn how to do it more. And shout out to the new channel member, Augustus Brievis. Good to have you here, sir. All right. I don't want to get too far into that, though. What do you do when my teammates, or what to do when my teammates in a tennis club is interested in the same girl who is also playing there? She is touchy with me, holding eye contact and stuff. I know she only wants friendship with him. Well, sir, I'm not sure why you need my input on that. If there's one hot chick and there's a bunch of dudes around, of course all the dudes want to be with her. But if you're the one that she is touchy-feely with, then, why do you need my approval? Keep it that way. But also understand, man, almost every relationship you get into is going to come to an end. You're extremely lucky, and anybody that meets somebody that they're going to spend the rest of their life with is extremely fortunate to meet that person. And you don't know if this is that person. She may very well get with one of these other guys. So, do your thing and have fun. But don't get insecure about the other guys. Just understand life goes on. Get that off of there. Semen retention helped me level up in the gym. Helps a lot of people do that, man. By the way, guys, is it too red in here? Should I switch back to blue? Still the same level of jobs, still the same level of social circles, still the same level of magnetization with women. That's what I mean. So, as far as jobs go, you just have to keep aiming higher. Like whatever it is that you want to do with yourself, like career wise, you have to get a foot in the door. And when you get your foot in the door, you got to seek out promotions, or you got to seek out better companies to work for in that same trade, whatever it is, but you just can't get complacent. It should be totally non-emotional with jobs. You are just seeking out a good fit for yourself, and you're seeking a higher level in that trade. So that's all you do. Is in terms of social circle, man, it's just all about having people that you can trust, people that you're friends with, people that you get along with, have things in common with. And you don't need to elevate your social circle. They should be even with you pretty much. Not sure what you're saying there, man. It sounds like you are overcomplicating these things. And same level of magnetization with women. So not everybody is going to be magnetic. Not everybody's going to be a chick magnet. All right. Some guys have to go out there and make things happen for themselves. It sounds like you have, like you're depressed about something, you're distracted, and you're creating problems that don't even really exist. LFA should post this in the description of all of his vids or something. Didn't even know there was a Dizzy. What's Dizzy? I'm out of touch, man. I don't know what a Dizzy is. A 22 is not too bad, I guess. There's some guys that are like 30 and still virgins. Nah, I got better shit to do than that. Like, see, I think a normal person, what you do is, if you're not a psychopath, a sociopath, or a total narcissist, what you'll typically do is you'll meet a woman that you enjoy spending time with, you enjoy having sex with, you just enjoy as a human being. Of course, my internet cuts off right when I'm trying to talk. Okay, I think it's back on now. If you're a normal person that's not a narcissist, a psychopath, or a sociopath, you'll typically meet women that you enjoy spending time with, you enjoy having sex with, you just enjoy overall, right? You enjoy their company. And you will stay with this woman for weeks, months, a year, 2 years. And you don't go seeking out new women when you're with her. You've already completed that area of your life. Now you can complete other things. You can work on your physique. You can work on your career. You can go buy a house, buy a couple of houses, buy a rental property, do some things with your life. You've already conquered that aspect of your life. But what most dating coaches do, like dating coaches that are teaching you how to sleep with more girls, like if that's their program, what they're doing is teaching you to stay trapped in that blue-pilled cycle where you are just constantly fucking internet. So rather than bettering yourself, you're just sitting there constantly trying to get laid more and more. Sleeping with 200 women is not bettering yourself. As a matter of fact, that you're going to get herpes, dude. It's not going to better you. Also, today, a narcissist was bragging that he makes more money than I do, but I didn't respond to him. A narcissist loves to brag, don't they, LFA? It's not that they love to brag. It's that they love to make themselves feel superior to you, which is kind of like if I was out there like, I've had sex with more women than any of these guys, I would probably be a narcissist. Why do women sometimes try to make us jealous by talking to other guys? Is it mostly to make us like them more or to see if we feel threatened? Any thoughts on this, my brother? It's more of a power move, right? Relationships, especially early on in like the power struggle phase of a relationship, um, it's human nature. It could be you and a girl you're dating. It could be you and one of your friends. It could be you and a business partner. But it's just human nature to have this sort of power dynamic shifting back and forth. So you want to have the power, and she wants to have the power. And by talking to other guys and making you jealous, this puts you in a situation where you have a loss of power and you're kind of chasing her. You're trying to qualify yourself to her. So she's trying to shift the power and keep some sort of the power. So don't give it to her. I usually joke around, like when it's pretty obvious that a girl is trying to make me jealous. You know, I'll say something like, "Wow, you're pretty popular with all these guys around here, aren't you?" But I'm saying it strategically. I'm not jealous. I'm just saying it like in a way that's almost like me. It's like I'd say like a cocky, funny way of saying it. And she kind of gets it through her head, like, okay, this isn't going to work on this guy. Whatever. Dan Green, LFA, didn't you say once in the past that you have slept with a lot of women, though? What made you step back from that lifestyle? I think I already explained that. But what made me step back from that lifestyle? I realized it was a waste of time. There's really no point. There was no benefit. I didn't increase my skills one bit from my lay count when my lay count was like 10 versus when my lay count is like 100. My skills with women didn't really go up. They were just there from the beginning. Like what you have is what you have. Who you are is who you are. You know, when guys start to think like talking to women and getting women is some sort of like a magical skill, it's fucking not. You are who you are, man. How do you feel now that you are not doing the constant dating app hookups? Already explained that, I think. I don't feel any different. I'm just more productive in different areas. Best to not let her talk about people in front of me. I don't allow it. No difference in feeling, just a difference in productivity. Bro, LFA, after religiously following red pill dating advice for years, I was thinking all these alpha beta thing is bullshit. What matters is playfully expressing the attraction. Look, man, the alpha beta shit will never be bullshit. The alpha male is the dominant, aggressive, type A personality. The beta male is the um, shy, timid, weak beta male. That's never going to go away. That's always going to be a thing. May the best man win. Yes, yes. I don't know what you guys are saying yes to. That was so long ago when I asked that question. I don't remember if I asked if you like the red or if I should switch back to blue. LFA, what future collabs should we expect from you? The sky's the limit. How do you think social media is impacting this newer generation's social circle? It's making it easier for people to connect, but it's giving people popcorn brain. They're moving on from one thing to another, one shiny new toy to another. When they should just keep the same toys around for a longer period of time. LFA Live, Discord, aka Dizzy. Oh, okay. 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 There's a guy I work with and have no idea how he pulls so much with attractive girls. He has thinning hair, lives with his parents, makes minimum wage, and doesn't go to the gym. Thin with man boobs. Well, if you are better than him in every physical way, then find out what it is that he has internally that is causing him to get so many girls. Respect it and learn from it. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Good deal. You find that chicks who ran through the streets just look tired and kind of old in the face. Um, Not always. Like there's some really, really hot porn stars that are like in their late 30s and still look hot. I think it has more to do with drugs and alcohol. If you are who you are, what's the point of trying to get better? Well, because you should be improving who you are. But you don't improve who you are by having sex with multiple women. That's a distraction that slows down your growth. That's like saying, I'm going to smoke weed to improve my life, or I'm going to sit around and play video games to improve my life. Okay. Sex is pleasure, it is not a skill that's going to get you somewhere in life. I mean, sure, you want to satisfy your partner, but dude, I mean, sex life is important, but if a woman is like adores you and wants to be with you, even if you weren't that good in bed, you're still the one that she's going to want to fuck. So the fact that guys think having sex with more women is like the ultimate form of self-improvement, which it's bizarre. In the manosphere, that's like the fucking general perception. That's what people think. But you should be improving yourself career-wise, you know, any aspect that you can improve yourself. I mean, I don't need to go over all that stuff. Physically, financially, socially. And by socially, I don't mean learning like little clever quips to say, like, be more smooth and charismatic. I just mean have more friends. Like, your friends don't care how fucking smooth and charismatic you are. They care if you're a good friend. You know, if they can trust you, if they can count on you, shit like that. So build a social circle, build yourself financially and physically. Getting drunk and having sex with chicks on Tinder is not going to improve that. I'm not telling you not to have sex. I mean, if that's what you want to do, go do it, but don't prioritize don't prioritize pleasure over business. Not everyone gets a sex life. True. That is actually true. I'm not going to lie. Got myself pulled up on YouTube and it looks like I'm coming in pretty good. I don't have much time. I wanted to keep this at about an hour. Maybe we'll go to like an hour and a half if people. Never mind, we lost viewers. We're at 31. I was going to say if it drops below 50, if we're below 50 viewers at the 1 hour mark, I'm just going to cut it off. JLP grilled you and you handled yourself quite well. Very enjoyable to watch. He had some pretty hard hitting questions, you know. It's hard for a white dude to answer questions about black people because it's just not good. Regarding prioritizing sex over business, do you think that's why a lot of men are so dissatisfied in beta today? If they actually focus on other aspects of manhood, they would find a good path. 100%. 100%. Now, this is something that I experienced myself when I was like 20, right? I didn't start going to college till I was like 22 or some shit like that. When I was 20, I watched like the guys that were straight out of high school that immediately made something of themselves, like bought rental property. Like they just got to hustling, like straight out of high school, you know, building wealth, like real wealth. If you own rental properties, you're building real wealth. And, you know, some guys were doing that. Holy shit, I'm lagging. You know, some guys are building real wealth. And the guys that were doing that were having more success than the guys that were not. It's clearly obvious. Success with women as well. Regardless, no matter what anybody tells you out there, if you're a guy that's in your 20s, you know, learning the PUA shit and the game shit, sure, that might get you laid more, but women are looking for a dude to settle down with, you know, a dude that has the kind of potential to buy a nice house, you know, to start a family. They're not looking for a dude that's living in a fucking apartment and going out 3 times a week, having sex with new chicks all the time. That's not what they want. "19-year-old virgin, insecure, muscular, tall, had confidence problems." Well, it's your confidence problems that are holding you back. Obviously, you got to get secure with yourself. You know, you just got to believe in yourself, man. Typically, the reason why guys are insecure is because they compare themselves to other guys. Like, you might be better than these other guys, but they have like one detail about themselves that is better than you. Like maybe they're richer than you or something like that. And it causes you to be insecure. Don't compare yourself to other guys. Just do your own thing. Man, I am lagging. I bet you my voice is not moving in sync with the camera right now either. Saw your interview with JLP. Your answers were very based and articulate. Good. I felt like I didn't do that good of a job. I'm going to be honest. The night before, I had some stuff to do. So I was on the computer doing some work. I ended up staying up later than I should. And then I started to think like, oh shit, I got to talk to Jesse Lee Peterson tomorrow. So it was like, I don't know. I'm a fan of Jesse Lee Peterson. I always have been, you know? So it's kind of like a kid on Christmas Eve. You're not going to sleep. I might have slept like 1 or 2 hours tops. And I was excited to go on. Like I'm glad that I went on, but I felt like, man, I don't know if I did that good. Well, I watched it, and it was like when I was backstage before the stream, they were like that Nick, the anchor baby, was like, okay, can you go up, like sit up a little more, like this, back, like this? And I was like, it looks on the screen like I'm sitting in like a really awkward position. So I wasn't just like normal like this and relaxed. I was like, I don't know, it was real weird and awkward. I kind of looked stiff, and I don't know. I didn't like my performance on the interview, but I'm also very critical of myself. Most people probably weren't really paying attention. They were just listening to what I was saying. Women have a name for guys sleeping with 200 men or 200 women a year. Fuck boys. Yes. Yeah, and they can't take them serious. Okay, here's how it goes. And everybody kind of knows that if you want something to have value, it has to have scarcity, right? So if your body, your penis, your affection, your attention is for as many women as you can possibly give it to, like you're just giving it out to all of them, there's no scarcity there. So women aren't going to really value hooking up with you. Think of it like the Tim Tebow effect. Like Tim Tebow was in the NFL. So he was a star quarterback in high school, 6'4", Giga Chad, star quarterback, Heisman winning, multinational championship winning, Giga Chad quarterback in Florida, goes to the NFL, makes millions of dollars, 6'4", handsome Giga Chad, famous with millions of dollars, virgin at 25 years old. And women fucking loved him. Like, I guarantee you, any woman from a porn star to a regular girl to a church girl to a Hollywood actress, any of them would have loved to have been with Tim Tebow. Hi. Good to have you here. I do not know how to pronounce your name, so I am not going to try. But it's great to have you here. Always good to see you. Is that possible in your early 40s? I haven't entered my 40s yet, but when I was 20, I thought 30 was old. And in my 30s, I feel super young. So we'll see what happens. There is no benefit in telling yourself it's too late. How will you ensure Furies feel safe and secure while watching their channel? Huh? Well, I wasn't going to melt down. He was asking questions, and okay, I wanted to give honest answers. So I made sure what I said was truthful, but I didn't want the racist soundbite. Like, I didn't, half of the shit he says, I would definitely, I would be done for if I said it. So, although he wasn't wrong, he's not wrong with the shit he says. Like, he brings up facts, but it's triggering. Some facts can be very triggering, but there's also another side to those facts. It's kind of like if you wanted to better a community, which is what he wants to do. It's not kind of like this, it's actually like this. So let's say Jesse Lee Peterson truly wants to help Black people do better, right? That's his mission. So what he does is exposes their biggest problems And instead of shifting the blame to, you know, whoever is perceived to be in charge, whoever creates the rules, instead he holds the people that are struggling accountable. So it's tough love. They can get up there and make something of themselves. You know, only you can make this work and only you can screw this up type of mentality. So I totally understand that. But, you know, there's also another side, like they have been through a lot of shit, right? So it's like, there's no doubt that black people got screwed, right? Historically, and in the United States, they got screwed over, right? It's just the truth. So that can cause psychological effects, right? 100 years down the road, 200 years down the road. When you read about things in the history book, it might make you feel bad about yourself. It might make you want to give up. So there is that side of it. So that's all I was saying, you know, but I don't know. I understand where Jesse's coming from for sure, though. But he's also an entertainer. So he has to, you know, ask the really tough questions. That's part of his gig. I think the quality looks worse on your end than on our end. Usually, the times when you say you're having connection issues, you're coming through perfectly. Okay, good to know. Good to know. With 120K savings, you'll be much better off than even most adults who have less than 5K in savings. Yeah. Most people live paycheck to paycheck. Having 5K savings would probably put you in like the top 1% of the top 1%. Most people literally, like, I mean, I see it on a regular basis. Guys can't even, like, you know, when it's a day or two before payday, you know, they're not even able to go out to eat. You know, it's crazy. That's the majority of people out there. Steve O, baby, did you have friends that were jealous of you because you were getting more results, and when they didn't get any results, did they blame you for it? Not really. You know, I would always do things like one of my best friends when I was probably like, I said, like 19, he's a little overweight, but he had a really cool spot to throw parties at and stuff. And, you know, we were pretty tight. We were good friends. And he had a really hard time getting women to want to hook up with him. So what I would do is I would always bring an extra girl. So whatever girl I was hanging out with, I would have her bring a friend for him. And very seldom would he get any, but I would always try to hook him up just because that's how I am. You know, that's the type of friend that I am. So my friends weren't getting jealous. I was trying my best to use my success to uplift them as well, to help them receive the benefits as well. Interviews take practice, man. Like everything else, just more of a reason to do more until you're satisfied with your performance. I'd be so stoked to see more interviews. Yeah, I'm not going to turn down anytime somebody with over, I would say anybody with over 100,000 subs offers to interview me, I'm going to do it. Like I will drop what I'm doing to go do it. In smaller channels, if I'm free, if I'm available and I have nothing better to do, I'll go on. I like collaborating. I like talking to people. LFA, did you stop semen retention? Why do you guys want to know? I've spoken about the benefits of it. I don't have to continuously talk about when the last time I had an orgasm was. Huh. How will you ensure members of the LGBT community feel safe and secure while watching your channel? Well, sir, we allow all different types of people to come here to hang out, to have a good time. Safety is our first priority. What we do is and I am a avid promoter of freedom of speech, but the employer that I'm currently working for right now, that I'm live streaming for, says we cannot have hate speech. So, because of the employer's rules, I have to delete comments that are hate speech. Personally, I don't care. You can say whatever hateful stuff you want to say to me. I do not care. And most of the chat feels the same way. But for your safety, sir, we will not allow it. Vay, would you meet me if I visited the States in coming years? Depends on what I had going on, man. Augustus Brievis. Hey, LFA, is it possible to book one-on-one coaching with you? Yeah, you can do that through my website. Yeah. I started doing it because people were like, what I wanted to do was just video requests. So I have my PayPal on there for video requests. But people were sending emails about, what they were going through in their dating life and then sending money. So I would prioritize reading their emails. Things like that were happening. So I was just like, all right, if they're going to send money anyways and ask for dating advice, I'm just going to put it on there. I don't promote it because I'm pretty busy. Like, I like to make extra money, but at the same time, I'm pretty busy most of the time. If it's a serious issue, you can reach out on there. Or you can call in on a live show. When would you say it would be totally inappropriate to ask somebody out? I think it's weird to ask somebody out that you don't know. I don't think that's the way it works. I think the way it works is you give a girl your number and tell her to call you or tell her to text you. Then you set up a date, because if she's calling and texting you, she wants to date you. Like, you're already at that point. But I wouldn't just walk up to a stranger and ask them on a date. That'd be kind of weird. Why would you ask for their number? Ain't nobody got time for that. If you work at a retail store, would you give customers your number or just try to be professional? Dude, at a retail store, who the fuck cares? Like, if I was working at a retail store and I got fired, I don't think I would give a shit. So I would prioritize, if I saw a woman that I was interested in, I'd probably prioritize her over a retail job. Is indirect game cunning or outright trickery? Seems like direct game is not playing games at all. An indirect game is a waste of time. LFA is Paul from Taken 3. Paul I'm taking Tekken 3. It was like that old fighting game, was it? Of course, that one's not going to load. There we go. That one will. Okay, so LFA is Paul from Tekken 3. Let's find out. Paul from Tekken 3. I don't think so. I don't think I look like him. No, I don't see it. What's your experience with psychedelics? I mean, when I was 18 to 21, I did a few of them a few times. Not really my thing. I'm not really into it. Cool experience, but I would never do it again. I identify as the Big Papa. And since I answered, my pronouns are Big Papa. Big/Papa. Funny you bring it up. My employers, and family all talk about how being fired is the worst thing you can do for your career. You won't find another job for months. Is it not true? Most people that get fired find a new job within days. Last night's stream with OP was amazing. Uh, if you'd like to see the clip of OP and rewatch it, because he did drop a lot of gems on that, go to the LFA Clips channel and you'll find it on there. I will actually share that community tab on this LFA Live channel. Where is it? There it is. New clip. Okay. Question: LFA, is it a good idea to tell a woman who has problems some advice or just leave it alone when she tells you what's going on in her life? Usually, 100 times out of 100, a woman doesn't want you to provide advice or reason, or, that's not what she's looking for. She doesn't want the solution. She just wants to vent to you. Yeah, he does give good advice. Well, Robo Racing, as they say, you can love women or you can understand women, but you can't do both. The hell is this? Fucking Excel? Want an Excel spreadsheet for that shit? All right. LFA, is it positive or negative when a girl is hooked on you but is not opening up about her life and instead interested in yours and want to know it all? That is very negative, and I'll explain why. A lot of times when somebody is interested in you, but they're not interested in you being interested in them or getting to know them, that means they want something from you. Could be narcissistic. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But what I will say is that it could be narcissistic. She's trying to figure out what she can get out of you, but she doesn't really want you to know much about her because she wants to be able to keep her distance. It's not good. Maybe she's hiding something that is very bad. What's up, Frederick? All right. I need some help from you guys. I don't know what to think about the red versus the blue, so I want help from you guys to figure this out. All right, looks like it's going to be blue. How do you know if a girl is anxious about her desire for you or is using defense mechanisms, for example? Good question. Good question. But if she wants you and she's just being, she has a wall up, she's being insecure, or she's not quite sure if she wants to let you all the way in because she's scared for some reason, then she will still be present in your life. Like you can tell when a woman is still present. She has the presence of mind that she is in a relationship with you, the presence of mind of a relationship. A relationship, a connection with you is present in her mind, and that will show. If she is intentionally avoiding you, like staying away from you, like almost repulsed by you, then she doesn't want to be with you. But if she seems present, like she's sending you signals, then she may just be insecure, maybe a little too shy. Blue has much life. Sophie, prove it. How do you deal with women who play hard to get? You never change who you are, man. You are who you are, and how you go about going about whatever it is you're going about should never really change, regardless of how she behaves. Very good point. But the thing is, I have a blue shirt with a cream colored undershirt, and red seemed like a good contrast. And just because I was conscious about it, I decided to throw a blue light back there that would shine a little bit of blue light. As you can see it under the moon, you see slight traces of blue. I thought that would add a little bit of a good contrast there, but I don't really know what I'm doing. But I just liked a slight bit of blue there. Thought it was useful. When you're ready to buy a home, which you prefer, a condo or house? Always house if you can. Podcasting Dungeon looking good. Thank you, sir.
Surprise!
Frederick with the 5 Canadian ducats for a real G.
And now, introducing the Aristotle of the real G's.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I need one. I broke the old one. We ended up 50-50 on the better background color. 50-50. So appreciate that. Tell us how you got into swirling. That means black girls? I mean, I've always been open to getting with any type of a chick. This one time though, before I'd ever been with any black girls, I was senior in high school, and I was at a party. You know, everybody's getting a little crazy, and I had drank, like I had been drinking for like 10 hours straight, like hard liquor, beer, bonging beers, shot after shot, doing body shots off people, jello shots. Whatever. I was totally fucking drunk. And I got alcohol poisoning. And I was like laying like over the front porch balcony, like throwing up, and like everything was spinning, and I was like dying, it seemed like a group of like 5 black girls like fucking took care of me, kept me alive. So I was like passing out, like I thought I was dying, like I was in and out, going crazy. They took care of me for like hours, hours and hours and hours. So I was like, you know what? I could probably date one of these girls. And I did. But I date all different types of women. Like I mean, it's 2022. Like, who cares? Do whatever you want to do. Boss. What's Whistling Diesel YouTube? Whistling Diesel. Never watched it. Maybe I'll give it a go one of these days, though. Man, you can get along with whatever you want to get along with, man. If somebody is like your type and you enjoy it, you can get along with that person. LFA, are you an Android or iPhone user? iPhone. As a matter of fact, I've been wondering where I put my fucking phone. I don't know where it's at. It's the topic of today's stream. We don't have a topic. All right, I'll probably go on for a couple more minutes. And I do want to welcome Augustus Brevis. All right. We lost a lot of subscribers. I'm going to guess shut this one off. But Davy Jones, 80% say should upload a new video. LFA, have you ever served the military? No. Everybody in my family, though, did. My dad died when I was 18. I ended up not going. All right. Well, guys, I guess that's about the end of it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off. I'm 100% positive that this video was not very informative, but had a good time hanging about. So I guess we'll go ahead and cut this one off. So that's about it for tonight, guys. Until next time, see ya.